Let's hear it for the pipe. Hey, welcome everybody to the Valor Award. Evening, of course, the honorees accompanied by the Jersey City Firefighters Emerald Society and the Newark Fire Department, Passaic County Pipes and Drums. I'm from Kearney, New Jersey, and if you didn't have a piper in your family, you couldn't vote in Hudson County. So, congratulations, great sound every year. All set? Yes. Okay. Now, my duty and honor to just introduce the Valor Award recipients from Asbury Park Fire Department, Captain Patrick Castellano, firefighter Christian Hall, firefighter Ludner Innocent, firefighter Jonathan Manick, and that's from the Asbury Park Fire Department. From the Elizabeth Fire Department, Justin Garmack, and firefighter Candelario and Trujillo. And from the Patterson Fire Department, Captain Thomas Gander. Firefighter Rashawn Carter. Firefighter Kevin Lewis. And firefighter Ryan Stokely. Folks, let's give a nice round of applause and homage of what these wonderful gentlemen have been able to do. And if you take your seats, we'll ask all the honorees to please stand and be recognized as well. All right, folks, everybody can take their seat if you would, and let's have a nice round of applause for the pipe and drummers. How about that? Pretty good, huh? Gentlemen, if you'd be kind enough to take your seats, we look forward to seeing you a little later. Enjoy your evening. My brother was a piper and I was a drummer. We had a little bedroom and kept all the neighbors up in the evening, so I'm very accustomed to the music and love it. Now I'd like to ask Richard Davis, the President and Chief Executive Officer of Cooperman Barnabas Medical Center, if he'd come forward.
Thank you, Bill, and good evening to everybody. Again, I'm Rick Davis. I'm the President and CEO of Cooperman Barnabas Medical Center. I'd like to give a warm welcome to you all, and thank you for joining us for the 37th Annual Valor Awards, one of the most prestigious events in the year for RWJ Barnabas Health. A little bit about the Burn Center at Cooperman Barnabas, which first opened its doors in April of 1977 with a team of dedicated healthcare professionals who have treated thousands of adults and children, including firefighters suffering from burns. The entire burn team, under the strong leadership of Dr. Michael Morano, over to my left, together with Doctors Robin Lee, Cherry Song, and Christina Lee, as well as right at the table over to my left, all of the wonderful nurses, nurse practitioners, leadership. They embody the very best that healthcare has to offer. Tonight, we gather to celebrate New Jersey's bravest. Over the next hour, you will hear stories of remarkable courage under the most hazardous of conditions. This year, for the first time, we will honor two brothers who were involved in two separate incidents in Paterson, New Jersey. Also, for the first time, we have firefighters from the Fire Department of New York joining us as a part of our large-scale incident award. It's here for New York. On behalf of everyone at Cooperman Barnabas Medical Center, I salute all of tonight's honorees for your dedication and courage. Thank you for giving so much of yourselves and for safeguarding our families, our friends, and our neighbors. Thank you as well to the contributors and sponsors whose continued generosity helps make this event possible every year. It is now my distinct privilege to invite Dr. Michael Morano to the podium.
Thank you, Ms. Davis. Welcome, everybody. I don't know if it was planned this way, but you'll notice that the presenter is getting shorter and shorter as the evening goes on. So on behalf of the entire Burn team, it's my honor to welcome all of you to our 37th Annual Valor Awards. This event is the highlight of the year for us, bringing together firefighters and the Burn team, who together are dedicated to saving lives. Although we celebrate a select number of individuals at this event, we recognize and thank each and every one of you, all of the New Jersey firefighters, for all of your selfless hard work. Preparations for this evening start in early July, when the selection committee, composed of career and volunteer firefighters, meets to review applications and nominations are made by the fire departments across the state. Without them, this night would not be possible. We thank them for their dedicated service and their ongoing support. For the past 37 years, this event has been a success due in large part to our esteemed Master of Ceremonies, Mr. William Raftery. Thank you, Mr. Raftery. Despite his busy schedule, he always makes time for us, and we are very grateful. Thank you all for joining us this evening as we gather together to celebrate the Burn Center's 37th Valor Awards honorees. Now I'm pleased to present the 2024 Valor Awards video. The theme of this year's video is Remembering Never to Forget.
Often when tragedy strikes, the phrase commonly heard immediately afterwards are the words, "never forget." It is human nature to try and see some good from the bad, to find a sense of purpose, to rebuild, to keep memories alive. Nowhere is this more evident than within the fire service. Men and women determined to remember their brothers and sisters who have suffered a great injury, or who have suffered the ultimate sacrifice.
On January 10th, 2011, I got burned on my birthday. And, it was a tragic day.
Our staff rushed him to the hospital, and he was taken immediately to the burn center.
Doing well. I have my children and my wife for support through all this whole tragedy, and I'll never forget. It's been almost 13 years, and you know, it's terrible, but I'm alive thanks to the burn center.
Each June, the Asbury Park Fire Department hosts a 5-alarm 5K race. Firefighters and runners from across the state come to race along the boardwalk to celebrate his remarkable recovery and to raise funds supporting the team at the burn center who cared for Jason. Many of the same runners at 5-alarm 5K also compete at the Carlos Negron Memorial Run, held in Liberty State Park each October. Kicking off Fire Prevention Month, this race remembers Jersey City firefighter and staunch supporter of the burn center, Carlos Negron.
The fire occurred right after a snowstorm, so there's a lot of snow and ice on the ground from the day before. And the first two ladder company, Ladder 7, was raising the ground ladder, and Carlos went to assist them. They slipped on the ice, and the ladder came in contact with a high voltage wire that runs across along Palisade Avenue. The voltage came through the ladder, electrocuted Carlos, and injured firefighter Walter Milne. Carlos unfortunately didn't have any gear on because he was off duty and lost his life.
In 1994, Newark Fire Department suffered a similar line of duty death.
Mike was killed on October 29th, 1994. Obviously, it was the biggest tragedy at that time of my life.
To commemorate Mike's generous nature, each December a contingent of Newark firefighters show up at Cooperman Barnabas in costume, bringing holiday cheer and gifts to the children in the emergency department, pediatrics, and the burn center.
It's important for the Newark Fire Department to keep a tradition alive, to keep Michael's memory alive. And during the holiday season, we bring toys to the children and smiles to the staff. It's fulfilling to our firefighters to do it. Going into the burn center. Oh, I'm sure Michael's smiling down, seeing all the joy they were bringing to the children and the staff and the family members that are going through hard times during the holiday season. We're living the words, never forget Michael.
Whether it is rushing into burning buildings or responding to medical emergencies, firefighters will always be the first to say that they are merely doing their jobs. A large part of that job is accepting the risks that come along with it. And if something does happen, these are the same firefighters who make sure to never forget the sacrifice and sense of service of their brother and sister firefighters.
And it's important for current firefighters to pass these lessons along to future generations of firefighters.
It's important to remember tragedies. It's important to honor those who've fallen and to never forget. I mean, they're always in our hearts. I think it's the shirt I'm wearing today. We'll never forget Mike or any of the fallen brothers, and they shouldn't be forgotten.
To be 30 years later and people to this day still remember him, give things away in his name, Barnabas Burn Foundation, the other charities that the Newark supports and the Mike Delane Fund supports, it is special. I just never thought it would be 30 years.
One of the hallmarks of the fire service is the phrase never forget. It's very interesting and apropos also because of the site of the race. As you see, we're standing by the starting line. And if there's no greater example of never forget than right behind me, the World Trade Center.
When we speak the words, the ultimate sacrifice, it's exactly what it is, the ultimate sacrifice. You just gave it all. I think when tragedies happen like this, it makes it so real.
Tonight, the Burn Center at Cooperman Barnabas not only gratefully acknowledges firefighter generosity and support, we appreciate the dangers that firefighters face each and every day, and we celebrate firefighters everywhere, and especially the 2024 Valor Award honorees.
So just before we move on with the rest of the program, jumping out of order a bit, but gonna give out the humanitarian award right now because he's already up here. A few minutes ago, I introduced Dr. Michael Moreno as our medical director of our burn unit. I now have to inform you that come the end of this year, he will no longer be the medical director of our burn unit because after an exceptional, exemplary career, Dr. Moreno is retiring. Very well deserved. to try and get through a bit of a resume here for you, so just bear with me. Start when he was born. Born and raised in Newark, New Jersey, where he attended public schools in the Ironbound section. I'll jump forward to college. After an undergraduate degree at Seton Hall and medical school at UMDNJ, he received his general surgery training at New York Presbyterian Weill Cornell Medical Center. In 1993, we were very fortunate to have Dr. Michael Moreno join the burn team when then St. Barnabas Medical Center existed, becoming the medical director of the burn center in 2013. Under his leadership, the burn center has been verified multiple times by the American Burn Association as one of the leading burn centers in the nation. He helped establish a new wound care and burn outpatient center which treats more than 6,000 patients per year. He oversees a multidisciplinary team that includes 3 talented burn surgeons, which I noted earlier, along with several advanced practice nurses, and he established a burn disaster program designed for both regional and national response. In addition to patient care, Dr. Moreno's administrative responsibilities have been numerous. They've included membership on the Surgical Resident Education Committee, Graduate Medical Education Committee, Institutional Review Board, Critical Care Committee, and Director of the Burn Advisory Committee. Additionally, he has served as a member of the New Jersey State Trauma Council, New Jersey EMS Council, and is an active member of the American Burn Association. In 2015, Dr. Moreno was good enough, and we asked, to join the CBMC Board of Trustees, and he continues to serve in that capacity even today. Dr. Moreno is the author of numerous publications, abstracts, book chapters, and reviews relating to surgery, sepsis, and burns. He is a frequent presenter of burn-related topics as the need arises. Dr. Moreno, his family is over to my left, has been married for more than 30 years to his wife, Jane. Thank you. And together they have 2 children, Jacqueline and Andrew. Mike, you have been a true asset to the medical center and to the burn team at Cooperman Barnabas. Above every other accomplishment that I just noted, I think kindness and compassion to your colleagues, to the firefighters in the room, to the patients, the visitors, the families, is going to be your legacy at the medical center. And for that, please help me in giving a round of applause. So it may be typical for, I don't know, a gold watch or a gold something, but for those of us that know Dr. Moreno, he is an avid runner. And so as a small token, just a small token here, we have a Garmin running watch for Dr. Moreno to help keep track of the miles. Congratulations. Thank you. And now I'm turning it back to Bill Rafferty.
You know, each year I make the remarks about how much I enjoy this particular function. Normally it's an athletic event that I'm involved in, but what smacks to me each and every year is the humility of the recipients and the work they do in such an unassuming way with great character. Dr. Moreno exemplifies that to me as well. His humility, he would not even come up here and give a little talk to us, but let's hear a great round for one of the great musicians. The honorees, I'm going to ask Rob Beatty to come up in a moment, but once you receive your award, if you would go out to the foyer for pictures being taken with you and possibly your family, okay? All right, now Rob, member of the selection committee, presents special recognition award jointly to the Teaneck Fire and Hackensack departments, as well as the Patterson Fire Department. Rob, if you come forward.
Good evening. I'd like to introduce from the Teaneck Fire Department, Battalion Chief John Dixon, Captain Nicholas Barca, Lieutenant Leonard Hanauer, Firefighter Kyle Eric, Firefighter Rory Gorley, Firefighter Michael Jost Jr., Firefighter William Lynn, Firefighter Stephen Nialis, Firefighter Ashley Wren. With the Hackensack Fire Department, Captain Calogero Trapani, Firefighter Michael Greco, Firefighter Michael Rainville, and Firefighter Matthew Voorhees. Dispatch put to a report of a fire in a wood frame residence. The Teaneck Fire Department responded with Hackensack Fire Department providing mutual aid. While no fire or very little smoke was visible on arrival, police informed Teaneck Battalion Chief Dixon of multiple victims trapped in the basement apartment. While lines were stretched and a primary search conducted, 3 victims were located and rescued. 1 remained at a local trauma center, while 2 others were transported to the burn center at Cooperman Barnabas. Later it was learned that this fire had been deliberately set with the use of an accelerant. For the coordinated efforts, tonight the burn team awards a special recognition to these members of both the Teaneck and Hackensack Fire Departments. Congratulations. The Patterson Fire Department, Battalion Chief Charles Gander, Captain Leonardo Perez, and Firefighter Eric Began. Next. Last winter, a few days before Christmas, an alarm was transmitted for a fire in an occupied 3-story wood frame mixed-use building. While conducting exercise, Battalion Chief Gardner observed a civilian man run into the fire building, attempting a rescue. Giving chase, Chief Gardner caught up with the man on the 2nd floor landing. The man informed Chief Gardner that there was a child still inside. Battalion Chief Gander, now joined by Captain Perez and Firefighter Began, located a child in a nearby bedroom, huddled under a pile of blankets, but responsive. Working together, they were able to carry the boy through what is now deteriorating conditions, and once outside, deliver him to his waiting father. For their quick efforts, tonight the Burn Center presents Battalion Chief Gardner, Captain Perez, and Firefighter Began with this special recognition award.
Now Chuck West of the Selection Committee of Retired Newark Fire Department to present special recognition award to the Newark Fire Department and to the North Hudson Regional Fire and Rescue.
Good evening, everyone. Tonight I'll be presenting a special recognition award to the Newark Fire Department in honor of my friend Michael J. Delane. Tonight we honor Captain Ephraim Beltray, Captain Dave Michael, Firefighter Najee Davis, Firefighter Robert DeFrosia, Firefighter Kyle Flannery, Firefighter Malio Hernandez, Firefighter Gregory King, and Firefighter Jacob Ramos. Tonight the burn team honors the quick actions of these firefighters who responded to a report of a motor vehicle accident with victims entrapped in the back seat. Arriving on scene, firefighters were confronted with a car wrapped around a telephone pole, which made extrication extremely difficult. Further complicating this rescue, visibility inside the car was significantly impaired due to smoky conditions. Because of the amount of damage, it took over 20 minutes before firefighters were able to extricate the 2 passengers, who were by now both exhibiting signs of unconsciousness. Once safely removed, the passengers were able to be transported to a local hospital for additional care. Congratulations to these Newark firefighters and officers for a job well done.
I'm going to accept this. Thank you. Thank you very much for St. Barnabas for the awards. I'm honored for accepting this award on behalf of Ladder 5, Engine 10, and Rescue 1. Thank you again.
Second special recognition award goes to North Hudson Regional Fire and Rescue. I tried to prepare for some of these names before I came up here, but hope you forgive me. Battalion Chief Michael Gianacombo, Captain Stephen Alvarez, Captain Thomas Hulbig, Firefighter Jamie Montez, Firefighter Shane Pakowski, Firefighter Miguel Pena, Firefighter Daniel Ribal, and Firefighter John Worth. Last January, at approximately 6 p.m., at the height of rush hour, North Hudson was dispatched to Bergen Turnpike for a report of a victim trapped under a vehicle. After a careful scene size-up, command called for high-pressure airbags, jacks, and auto cribbing to raise up the vehicle. Once stabilized, Captain Alvarez and Firefighter Worth crawled underneath to aid a severely injured female. The firefighters, both EMTs, first had to secure an airway, while at the same time maintaining head and neck stabilization, before being able to maneuver the woman onto a backboard from under the car for transport to the local trauma center. For teamwork that resulted in this successful extrication, the Burns Center presents the Special Recognition Award to these members of the North Hudson Regional Fire Rescue. Congratulations.
Now Ashley McLean, Clinical Coordinator of the Burns Center at Cooper and Barnabas, presents Special Recognition Award to the Jersey City Fire Department.
I just want to thank Kathy Conlon for asking me to present this award. It's my first time being here, so thank you very much. I apologize if I'm speaking too fast. It's the New York in me. Okay, this is going to Captain Brian Herman from Jersey City Fire Department. After witnessing a motor vehicle crash where the car drove off the road at a high rate of speed and into a guardrail, off-duty Captain Brian Herman immediately responded. He found 3 teenagers standing on the side of the road with an unconscious female bleeding profusely from head trauma. Grabbing a medical bag, Captain Herman used multiple trauma dressings to control the bleeding. He next attempted to secure her breathing by inserting an oral airway. However, she began to seize, so he switched to a nasal tube instead. Concerned over the severity of her injuries, coupled with the remote location, Captain Herman called for air transport to a nearby trauma center. Brian remains in contact with the young woman as she recovers from multiple brain injuries and her family. Tonight, it is truly an honor for the Burn team to bestow our Special Recognition Award to Captain Herman for his efforts. Congratulations.
Rebecca, the nurse practitioner, will come forward. She's at the Burns Center to present the Special Recognition Award to Englewood and Linden Fire Departments.
Englewood Fire Department. Captain Raymond Rodriguez, Lieutenant Jason Bertero, Lieutenant Andrew McGoldrick, Firefighter Christopher Gilmore, Firefighter Michael Kraus, and Firefighter Zachary Stone. On the morning of November 29th, Englewood Fire Department responded to a report of a victim trapped in some machinery. Upon arrival, they found a male with his right arm severely entangled in an industrial dough mixer. After a cautious size-up, firefighters cut away the victim's clothing for better visualization. and then worked with the on-site personnel to disassemble the mixer. Using a bandsaw, they were able to cut away parts of the mixer, freeing the individual for transport to a nearby trauma center. Although the man had sustained multiple compound fractures, it was later learned he made a full recovery. Tonight, the burn team honors these members of Englewood Fire Department with our Special Recognition Award for their efforts that resulted in such a positive outcome. And then we have from the Linden Fire Department, firefighter Robert Schrump. While attending a concert at MetLife Stadium last August, firefighter Schrump noticed a man walking down the aisle with his son suddenly collapse. Firefighter Schrump immediately went to check on the man, who was now unarousable and pulseless. Alerting bystanders to call for help, firefighter Schrump began chest compressions. Only after administering several rounds of CPR did the man finally respond. By this time, on-site EMTs arrived and were able to take over care. Demonstrating that firefighters are never off duty, the burn team celebrates firefighter Schrump's quick actions with a Special Recognition Award.
Now, if Mike Roberts can come forward, the only man around here longer than me, right? Selection Committee representing the Firefighters Mutual Benevolent Association present the EMS Award submitted by the Chatham Fire Department, the EMS Award to the Patterson Fire Department, and Team Effort Award non-fire to Newmarket Fire Department. Mike? Good to see you.
Good evening, everyone. I do have the pleasure of making some presentations tonight, but before I do, and every year I do this for Kathy's sake as well. So I serve on the Valor Selection Committee, have so since our inception. I think Bill was still in high school. But, you know, I'm frustrated when I read these things because it does not give you the true story of what happened in each incident. We go through hours worth of applications studying the climate, the smoke, the heat, the time of day, and it's unbelievable what these honorees have done tonight. And I just want to share that because you may not get that feeling when we read it, but we have to be concise so that Kathy can keep the program going. But I just want you all to know that these Valors did an outstanding job. Not everybody was selected. But these are the cream of the crop, and I just want everybody to recognize that, along with Kathy, who was behind the scenes and the staff, do a tremendous job putting all this together. So it's my honor to present a special EMS award submitted by the Chatham Fire Department to University EMT Samantha Fernandez and University EMT Carlos Laborde, together with Milburn firefighter, my true love, not you, but the department, Dave Hammond. On October 23, 2023, off-duty emergency medical technicians Fernandez and Laborde witnessed a vehicle crash into the barrier on Route 24, which then burst into flames. Without the benefit of any personal protection equipment, these EMTs acted immediately, pulling the driver from the vehicle to begin life-saving measures. Witnessing the same scene, off-duty Milburn firefighter David Hammond grabbed his personal medical bag and began to assist the EMTs. Together, the three were able to stabilize the male, who suffered severe trauma and burns, and turn him over to arriving emergency response agencies, where he was transferred to the burn center at Cooper Barnabas for further care. For their quick actions and remarkable courage, the burn team proudly presents our EMS award to these individuals. Congratulations. ahead. Our next award submitted to the Patterson Fire Department, firefighter Sean Daly and firefighter Asun Duran Muckle. Okay, at approximately 5:30 in late September, a box alarm was transmitted for a structure fire on Madison Avenue. With fire suppression and rescue operations in progress, Patterson firefighters began a challenging rescue of 2 adults, an adolescent and an infant. Once outside, an adult male required high-flow oxygen, the adolescent received cardiopulmonary resuscitation, and the infant was supported with rescue breathing by bag valve mask. For their efforts in patient care at this chaotic scene, the burn team is pleased to present firefighters Daly and Asun Duran Muckle with the EMS Award. Congratulations. Okay, for the Team Effort Award for a non-fire incident, I am pleased to present the Newmarket Fire Department, Captain Greg Santanasto, Lieutenant Christopher Moskowitz, and firefighter Anthony Fritz. The Newmarket Fire Department Swift Water Team was requested to respond to a report of 2 vehicles wedged in rapidly rising water under a train bridge with trapped occupants, including young children. A strike team was deployed to the vehicle where a mother and 2 children secured in infant seats were struggling to keep their heads above water. Firefighters raced to extricate them into a nearby boat. In a second vehicle, also quickly filling with water, the driver had to be rapidly pulled out and onto the truck roof before he too could be taken safely to shore. Although trained in water rescue, what made this especially dangerous was a fast-moving current that threatened both the victims and the first responders. Thank you, Captain Santanasto, Lieutenant Moskowitz, and firefighter Fritz, for your true bravery.
Good job, guys.
Congratulations. Paula Allen, nurse practitioner at the Burn Center, present the Team Effort Non-Fire to Hackensack Fire Department, Team Effort Fire to the Verona Fire Department.
The Team Effort Non-Fire for Hackensack Fire Department, Deputy Chief Michael Christensen, Captain Kurt Nemechek, Lieutenant Robert Burgos, Lieutenant David Kleinstein, Lieutenant Jose Porcio, Firefighter Anthony Alexander, Firefighter Seth Brown, Firefighter Terrence Byrne, Firefighter Matthew Carroll, Firefighter Angelo Castronovo, Firefighter Robert Giositz, Firefighter Adam Marchik, Firefighter Vincenzo Savoia, Firefighter Alexander Tiago, and Firefighter Joseph Yanati.
Upon arrival to a working car fire on a busy Route 80, Hackensack firefighters were confronted with a multi-vehicle collision involving a tractor-trailer transporting flammable hazardous material, a box truck, and 2 other vehicles. Although 2 passengers in the overturned truck did not survive their injuries, both the driver and passenger in the tractor-trailer were successfully extricated by backboard using heavy rescue tools before being transferred to a nearby trauma center. 2 females self-extricated from a 3rd car that had crashed into the tractor-trailer. 2 other individuals from a 4th vehicle were seen standing on the side of the road as the scene was secured and cleared by county hazmat. For actions under extremely hazardous conditions, the burn team is proud to award a team effort non-fire to these members of the Hackensack Fire Department. Firefighter Connor McCann, Firefighter Jack O'Neill, and Firefighter Thomas Sobo. On July 30th, Verona Fire Department responded to a 12-story high-rise fire. Primarily occupied by an older population, this presented firefighters with a hazardous situation. A non-functioning public address system, together with worsening conditions, added to the panic as firefighters began their search. An elderly female, unable to walk, was located on the 12th floor, wedged between her door and the hallway. Suffering from COPD, she was coughing heavily and starting to become overcome by the smoke. Using his self-contained breathing apparatus to share oxygen with the woman, Firefighter McCann, together with Firefighter Savo, dragged her down the hallway as Firefighter O'Neill cleared it of debris. Once outside, this woman was turned over to EMS for transfer to the burn center at Barnabas, where she was successfully treated and released. Tonight, the burn team honors these Verona firefighters with the Team Effort Fire Award. Congratulations.
And I'm Jack Dahl, retired Newark Fire Department, representing the Professional Firefighters Association of New Jersey, to present the Team Effort Fire Awards in Newark Fire Department, as well as the North Hudson Regional Fire and Rescue.
Thank you, Bill. Pleasure to present this award to my alma mater, the Newark Fire Department. Just a moment of personal privilege. I was working the night Mike Delane was killed. And in my tenure with the Newark Fire Department, we lost 7 guys in my 32 years. But Mike's was especially hard because I had been speaking to him not 2 hours before he was killed. It was a tragic night and a tragic set of circumstances. And I'll never forget Mike. God bless Mike Delane. Newark Fire Department, Captain Chris Iotis, Firefighter Hector Folk, Firefighter Jorge Hojas, and Firefighter Juan Monero. With a report of a trapped victim on the 2nd floor, Newark firefighters made entry into a 2.5-story townhouse last January under heavy smoke and high heat conditions. Upon entering the 2nd bedroom, a male was located lying face down and unresponsive. After dragging him to an outside hallway,
firefighters noticed black soot around his mouth and nose as they turned him over. Rushing him outside, they were able to administer oxygen, where he regained consciousness before being transported by EMS for additional stabilization and follow-up care at the burn center. For efforts that truly resulted in saving a life, the burn team honors Captain Iotis, Firefighter Folk. Captain Iotis is now Battalion Chief. Iotis retired. I remember when he was probationary firefighter, Iotis, but that was a few seasons ago. For efforts that truly resulted in saving a life, the burn team honors Captain Iotis, Firefighters Folk, Hoha Seminero with the Team Effort Fire Award. Well done, brothers. You know, reflecting back on that film, I was also present for the miracle that was Jason Fazio. It was, you know, you had your highs and lows in this profession, and that was certainly an incident that took us from very low to a very high place. And Jason's doing great, and we owe it all to the burn team at St. Barnabas. Tremendous work, excellent doctors, excellent staff, unbelievable. North Hudson Regional Fire and Rescue, Captain Marcus Rayfield, Firefighter Kenneth Stewart, and Firefighter David Washington. Last Thanksgiving, North Hudson Regional Fire and Rescue arrived on scene to find heavy fire venting from the second floor of a 3-story building, compromising the floors above and trapping victims. With fire apparatus trapped in traffic, Captain Rayfeld and Firefighter Stewart Washington instead pulled a 24-foot ladder from the pumper and ran to the building. As the 2 firefighters stabilized the ladder just under the window ledge, Captain Rayfield ascended to begin assisting the victims down. In order to let the 2 victims safely pass him, Captain Rayfield was forced to hang off the side of the ladder before descending himself. For these unselfish actions, the burn team proudly bestows the Team Effort Fire Award to Captain Rayfield and Firefighters Stewart and Washington. Congratulations. And now Dr. Christina Lee presents the Team Effort Fire Awards to the Elizabeth Fire Department and to the Jersey City Fire Department.
Elizabeth Fire Department, Captain Jeffrey Galicio, Firefighter Austin Bugosi, Firefighter Peter Caro, Firefighter Matthew Carter, and Firefighter Ratchet Patel. In the early morning hours of February 2024, Elizabeth Fire Department responded to a report of a working fire at a 2.5-story wood frame residence. Upon arrival, a woman was heard screaming for help from an attic window with heavy smoke billowing around her. As members of Ladders 2 ascended a 35-foot ladder to complete a rescue, Rescue 1 firefighters raised a second 16-foot ladder to an adjacent porch roof. Positioning themselves close by, they were then able to help guide the woman over to the roof and then down to the waiting EMS, where she was transported to the burn center for additional care. For their efforts in helping to support this rescue, the burn team honors these firefighters with the Team Effort Fire Award. Congratulations, well done, guys. Jersey City, Captain Matthew Costello, Captain Peter Hugerich, Firefighter Michael Burks, Firefighter Joseph Lancelotti, Firefighter Mark Lee Jr., Firefighter Morris Moore, Firefighter Alfred Torres, and Firefighter Ryan Welch. Dispatched to a high-rise fire at a senior citizen building, Jersey City Fire Department arrived to find heavy smoke and high heat conditions on the second floor of the building. While conducting their search, firefighters located an unconscious elderly male lying on the floor at the foot of his bed. Under protection of a hose line, the firefighters were able to remove him to an outside hallway to begin life-saving measures. Successfully restoring his breathing, the victim was then transported to Jersey City Medical Center for further stabilization. For their combined efforts, the burn team recognizes Captains Costello and Hugerich, firefighters Lee, Burks, Lancelotti, Moore, Torres, and Welch with our Team Effort Award. Congratulations.
I'd ask Dr. Robin Lee to present the Large Scale Incident Award, to present the Brotherhood Award as well to the Jersey City Fire Department.
Good evening, everyone. I'm honored to be here tonight. Well, I have a second to the microphone. I just want to thank Dr. Moran for all of the time and love he's given me throughout all these years. He's taught me and mentored me since I was an intern, so thank you. You have no idea the impact you've had on my life. But now to the matter at hand. As a New Yorker, I'm honored to present this award. Oh, I'm a Jersey girl now. I am presenting the Large Scale Incident Award. It'll be presented to the UASI Metro Strike Team units from Bayonne, Elizabeth, Hackensack, Hoboken, Jersey City, Middlesex County USAR, Milburn, Morristown, Newark, North Hudson Regional Fire and Rescue, Patterson, Union County Dispatch, Port Authority New York and New Jersey ESU Rescue, and together with special assistance from the Fire Department of the City of New York, Rescue 5, Squad 8, and Special Operations Command, as well as Chief Malcolm Moore. So, on July 5th, 2023, Newark Fire Department received a call for a fire aboard a roll-on, roll-off cargo ship in Port Newark. Untenable, hazardous conditions and extremely high heat from dozens of uncontrolled vehicle fires, combined with multiple cargo decks, caused many responders to lose orientation during fire suppression operations. Adding to the chaos, the ship's construction impacted radio transmissions and further challenged accountability. Multiple maydays were called as personnel responded to this extremely harsh environment. In presenting this large-scale incident award to the UASI teams for their heroic efforts on July 5th, 2023, tonight the Burn Center and the entire Cooperman Barnabas family pays tribute to them and to the memory of Newark firefighters Augusto Augie Akabu and Wayne Bear Brooks for their sacrifice. Here with us this evening. Thank you. Tonight, Kathy gave me double duty, so I will also be presenting the Brotherhood Award to the Jersey City Fire Department. Captain Michael Davis, firefighter Brian Finnerty, firefighter Brian Jankowski, firefighter Nelson Martinez Jr., firefighter Victor Negron III, and firefighter Brett Pizzillo. On July 5th, 2023, these members of the Jersey City Fire Department were part of an extensive multi-department mutual aid request to the City of Newark for a massive ship fire. Upon arrival, firefighters responded to a mayday, calling for a missing firefighter on the 9th deck. Working under highly dangerous and rapidly deteriorating conditions, the men were able to assist fellow firefighters with the removal of a downed Elizabeth firefighter, who was subsequently treated at the burn center for inhalation injury. When another mayday call was transmitted from the 8th deck, firefighters Negron and Jankowski were able to locate a second disoriented Elizabeth firefighter and safely guide him out. It is with pride that the burn center recognizes the unfailing courage of firefighters everywhere and bestows the Brotherhood Award to Captain Davis and firefighters Finnerty, Jankowski, Martinez, Negron, and Patillo. Congratulations.
I'd like to ask Rick to come back. Oh, you're up here already. Present the Brotherhood Award to North Hudson Regional Fire and Rescue and the first Valor Award to the Elizabeth Fire Department.
All right, second Brotherhood Award, North Hudson Regional Fire and Rescue, firefighter Rembert Amistad and firefighter Lou Chester Islip. Several firefighters from North Hudson Regional Fire and Rescue were honored earlier for their help in removing 2 victims out of a window. At this same fire, as members were turning on their cylinders to make entry into the building, there was a sudden and violent explosion from the loft. Blowing out the front and back walls, members were vaulted 15 to 20 feet in the air before landing on a collapsed roof. A mayday was issued. Firefighter Islip sustained a compound fracture to his right ankle and a second fracture to his left foot. Firefighter Amistad suffered lower body injuries. Despite this, the 2 crawled over to their severely injured captain to move him to a safer area. Ultimately, all 3 firefighters were able to be removed from the roof for transport to the trauma center. Demonstrating a true sense of always having your back, tonight the Burn Center is proud to honor the actions of firefighter Amistad and Islip with the Brotherhood Award. Congratulations. Our first Valor Award, Elizabeth Fire Department, firefighter Jessica Garman and firefighter Candelario Trujillo. Earlier this evening, a team effort fire award was presented to the members of Rescue 1 for their actions at this 2.5 residential fire. Responding to a woman yelling for help from an attic window, firefighters immediately raised and ascended a 35-foot ground ladder. However, with heavy smoke billowing around her, the woman panicked, attempting to come out of the window head first. With firefighter Trujillo assisting, firefighter Garman worked to reassure the woman and bring her safely out of the window and down the ladder. However, fearing for her life, she kept locking her feet around the rungs, risking the lives of both herself and the firefighter. Ultimately, she was able to be brought over to a nearby porch roof and down to awaiting EMS for eventual transfer to the burn center at Cooperman Barnabas. Congratulations to firefighters Garman and Trujillo.
I'd like to invite Dr. Moreno back to the podium to present the final 2 Valor Awards to Patterson and Asbury Park Fire Departments. Doctor?
To the Patterson Fire Department, Captain Thomas Gander, firefighter Rashawn Carter, firefighter Kevin S. Lewis, and firefighter Ryan Stokely. Earlier this evening, the burn team recognized firefighters Daly and Jordan Buckle with the EMS award for their actions at a 2.5-story structural fire. By now, heavy fire had engulfed the front door and stairway, extending up to the second floor, making an interior rescue impossible for a now unconscious male who had been seen earlier at an attic window. Further complicating an exterior rescue, nearby dangling wires made it extremely challenging for firefighter Lewis to maneuver a 35-foot ladder up to the top floor. Once raised, firefighters Gander, Stokely, and Ryan ascended to pull the victim out of the window, hitting him against the ladder to pass him downwards. Firefighter Stokely next located an infant and a child. He first passed the infant over to firefighter Carter, then the child, who by now was not breathing, to firefighter Carver, and gave the child to firefighter Lewis to bring to EMS. Informed of a fourth victim also not breathing, firefighter Stokely removed him via the interior stairs and outside to EMS for cardiopulmonary resuscitation. For heroic actions that saved the lives of these 4 individuals, the burn team proudly presents Captain Gander and firefighters Carter, Lewis, Ryan, and Stokely with this Valor Award. Asbury Park Fire Department. Captain Patrick Castellano, firefighter Christian Hall, firefighter Ludner Innocent, and firefighter Jonathan Manick. On June 14th of this year, Asbury Park Fire Department responded to a 3-story apartment fire on Warden Avenue. With fire already showing from the second and third floors, Captain Castellano and firefighter Hall quickly began an interior search. Making their way up to the third floor under zero visibility, they located and forced open a locked door. Inside, they found a male child. At the same time, outside, multiple ground ladders were being raised. With firefighter Innocent stabilizing one of them, firefighter Manick ascended up to the window, which had been removed in order for Captain Castellano to hand off the child to firefighter Manick. Tonight, the burn team congratulates these firefighters whose coordinated efforts, along with the other members of the Asbury Park Fire Department, resulted in this successful rescue. Congratulations.
Now we're about to pull the 50-50, but just an aside for a moment. Kathy, would you come up here? This lovely young lady for 37 years has done this with style, grace, and efficiency. Please let's stand and give her a wonderful ovation.
It's a labor of love. The burn team, we just have such a kindred spirit with our firefighters, including some of those New York guys. I tell everybody I have the best job in the world. I get to be big sister to all the New Jersey firefighters. So thank you so much for everything you do every day. God bless.
Thank you very much. Now, Pat, we want to... She probably has cup one under that sleeve, but we have the 50-50 to announce. You know, being Irish, I'm glad to announce the bar will be open shortly. Would anybody like a little beverage? You can sign Greg's name if there's a chart. Well, sit. Look at that one. 701. You read it.
287951. 287951. Pete Nowak.
Congratulations. It's $750. That'll get you a meal for two here. So congratulations. Dessert and coffee is also available. And on behalf of the Cooperman Barnabas family, I want to congratulate all of tonight's honorees. What a great evening. Hope to see you all here next year, October 22nd. Have a great evening.